Welcome to the World Massage Conference.
Hello and welcome to the World Massage Conference. I'm Scott Dartnell and I will be your host for today's presentation with Lynda Solien-Wolfe on Profit with Products, 10 Retailing Tips. If you are joining us for the live presentation today, remember to log into the chat room. You can either use your Facebook or Twitter ID, or simply log in as a guest and add your name. At any time, you can click on the Notes button and download any notes that the presenter has prepared for this presentation. Lynda will be in the chat room for our live event to answer as many of your questions as possible. I'd like to take a moment to thank our dedicated sponsors. Our global sponsor, Massage Envy. Massage Envy is committed to your profession. Massage Envy has donated to organizations that promote the healing benefits of massage and careers in massage therapy. Visit massageenvycareers.com and click on the Giving Back tab for more information. Massage Envy, more of a culture than a company. Thank you to our education partner, Associated Bodywork and Massage Professionals, serving the massage and bodywork community through practice support, ethical standards, legislative advocacy, and public education. ABMP works for you. Visit them at abmp.com. And thank you to our daily sponsors, BioFreeze, Massage and Bodywork Magazine, Massage Today, and Bon Vital. The topic is Profit with Products, 10 Retailing Tips. Are you looking for another source of revenue for your practice? Have you considered making products available to your clients or not sure how to do it? Have you ever wondered how to offer and promote products that are truly aligned with your own wellness philosophy? Then you can join Lynda Solien-Wolfe as she opens the door to a powerful passive revenue stream for your practice and shares 10 tips that will help you make retailing products in your massage practice a breeze. Lynda is a licensed massage therapist and fascial specialist in the state of Florida. She has been in private practice in Merritt Island, Florida since 1994, where she first started selling retail products. She is Executive Director of Massage Therapy and Spa Performance Health. She is Executive Director for Performance Health, their Massage Therapy and Spa Division, the makers of BioFreeze. Lynda also serves on the editorial advisory board for Massage Magazine. And now I'd like to welcome Lynda. It's wonderful to have you here with us today. Welcome, Lynda.
Hey, thank you, Scott. Thanks for having me today.
Well,
today
we're very excited to have you.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm excited to be talking about retail today.
Well, let's go.
Well, let's get going. Well, today, again, we're going to be talking about retailing, probably specializing in your massage practice. You know, our title today is Profit with Products, and I got 10 retailing tips I want to share with you. I've been selling products in my practice for the past 20 years, so probably even more today. Besides these 10 tips I put together, I want to just even share some of my personal experiences as a therapist, as a business owner, and even as a consumer. And I think with the holiday season upon us, it's just a great time to be even talking about it too, because you can tell all the stores are getting ready for retail, and you know we should be doing that too as massage therapists. And if you're doing the slides here, of course this wouldn't be.
We'll go to the next slide.
The first slide we have is the advantage of retailing. And you know, I like to talk a little bit about, you know, our hands can only do so much, and we need help. And I really seen that the retailing to me has been one of those helpers for me. And so the advantages of retailing, it provides convenience for your clients. My big thing is I always wanted to have that added value, so to add the value for your treatments. And I really do see that selling products in your practice do that. We want to extend the treatments and the benefit at home. If we can take that home care experience, and what better place than to get that recommendation and get that products from us in our practice. So that's one of, I think, the advantages. And probably the other advantage besides us helping our clients would be to increase our bottom line. So again, we've got to be thinking of our massage practice as a business, so looking at all the ways we can do that. And retailing products sure is one of those. And if we'll go on to the next slide, Scott. And so retail sales, equal, it's a passive income. It's just like I said earlier, where our hands can only do so much. We can only do so many massages in the day. So if you look at getting the right products, and of course I'm looking out at my golf course and everything right now, and I got a big tree out there, so I'd like to have one of these money trees if I could. So I think if we look at the product where we can help grow our business, that you'll see that retail sales and the right products can do that. So that's going to take us right into our tips. And one of the things that I talked about is the holiday season is upon us. And so to be looking at, I don't know how many people out there are already retailing products, but to find the right products that we can carry. And I tend to stock more products and stuff during the holiday season, and I usually kick this off right around Thanksgiving with a regular retail time of year. But my number one tip is to really look for products that you trust and believe in. We talk about retailing, we'll talk about selling, and we'll realize for massage therapists, the true thing that we're doing is we're going to be recommending products. If you can truly recommend the product, then that's going to be such a natural sell, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking to enhance the benefits to the clients, and that's what, if you can find those products that you trust and believe in, conduct product research. Try it. You want to try it on yourself. Read the product information sheets. Talk to other therapists and see what products that they're using that they believe in. And that'll take us into tip 2 that kind of just sidecars right to that is educate yourself on the products that you use and sell. And the cool thing with here is you get to try all those products out. I mean, make sure that you know what it's going to feel like. And, like you mentioned, Scott, that I'm, work with BioFreeze. I used BioFreeze in my practice long before I ever went to work for them. And I believed in that product. I used the product. It helped get me out of pain. And then I also knew how much of that product, so if I overused the roll-on, I knew that. So I wanted to make sure that I've tried that on myself. And I've tried it on, my family uses it. I test it. If we bring in a new product in there, all of our staff gets to take that home and try it. And if we're going to put that on the menu, we actually have some of our special clients will come in and they'll actually try the treatments and stuff for us. So you want to test all those products in your practice before you start offering it. And that's going to take us into tip 3. And that's about choosing products that are not easily accessible to clients and carry a professional recommendation. You'll hear me talk about that all the time when I talk about retail, is that we want to be able to recommend that product. And carrying, that's what's so unique about massage therapists selling and retailing products, that we can have a professional recommendation behind it. So we don't want to compete with products that are sold in your local retail stores. You want to look for the products that we actually can get, through, professional streams. You want to look for high quality products that are available to you, that are, to be able to say that they're sold through your massage therapy place, your wellness center, your healthcare professional. I think that carries a lot of weight behind it. If we go to the next slide, this is my slide that I put together that's called Lynda's Tops Picks. So these are a few products that I sell in my clinic here in Merritt Island, Florida. And we've been in business for going on 20 years now, and we have sold BioFreeze for just about 20 years there. And so BioFreeze is definitely my number one top seller, because if you look at what the type of client that I see, we see a lot of people that come in for pain and come in for stress reduction. So that's the other thing, to kind of look and get the right products for the type of practice that you have. The other product we have here on the top corner, the right corner there, is Balm Vital Foot Balm, and this is probably this is my favorite product for the feet. I use it in treatment. I use it myself. I happen to be a diabetic, and the benefits have just been phenomenal. So I believe in this product. I've used this product. I work it into treatment. I sample this product. Another one of the things that we use is we like to sell hot and cold packs. This is a product from Core Products. This is a great value. It comes in a great display, and we'll actually work this into our treatment. If we're going to use a hot pack or a cold pack on our clients, we'll actually work that into treatment, give it to them, and we have that for sale. Another great product here is the TheraBand Foot Roller. This is a great product. It's packaged nice for retail sales. The other product down there is the Cranial Cradle. I use this personally. This was designed by a lady named Barb Richmond of Kiss Life, and I'll use it personally. And now I've created a treatment that I actually use it in treatment. And I'll talk about this in the next slide a little bit. But I created something called baking it in, and baking it in is about actually creating a treatment, and you bake that price into the treatment, and then so they get to take that product home with them, and they have paid for it, and then they get the treatment and they get the value of the home care. I do that with the BioFreeze. I do that with the Balm Vital foot products. I do that with the Cranial Cradle. I do that with the hot and cold packs. I'm creating one right now. I don't do it with the foot roller as much because, again, the sanitation could actually, I'm working on 2 treatments that are TheraBand treatments, to do it with the foot roller, and actually when I do something called the Royal Foot Treatment. So then they would actually use that and do some stretches with the foot roller, and they would get to take that home. And the last product up there is a newer product from TheraBand called the Roller Massager. And I'm working on a protocol right now, so we have it's with our runner's massage. And we actually are using this with it, and then we will factor the price in. So they'll get this tool with it. So that's really neat too. So these are some of my favorite products, but being able to find a product that I can actually bake it into the treatment and that they get it has just been a nice match there. So we'll go on to, now we're on tip number 4. Choose products that you use in your practice or a direct extension of your work. So again, this is a little bit of my top pick that I was talking about. You want to really find products that you sell the products that you use. So you want to enhance that client's treatment. So I have an example here of the BioFreeze. So at the end of the treatment, I'll apply the BioFreeze, and then we happen to sell the BioFreeze there. I mentioned the foot balm. When we're working on the feet, I'll finish up with the foot balm, and then we sell the foot balm for retail. It's going to become a more natural sale. We want it to be more natural. We really want to be recommending the product. They've tried the product. It feels good, or it's beneficial to them. And then, like I said, I talked a little bit about baking the product in. I think that's just a great thing to be able to do that. And if you guys are out there and you own a place and you have a few massage therapists that work for you, this has been a great thing to bake the product in, because you create the treatment, you put it on your menu, and all you have to do is sell the treatment. So you don't have to worry about selling the product, because then the product is in there. I created a treatment for the BioFreeze roll-on, because if you're familiar with the roll-on, that wouldn't be used from client to client, so that would be their own product. So I created a treatment called the BioFreeze Feel Good Pressure Point Massage. So you actually use the roll-on in the treatment on the pressure points, and then you factor that price into the treatment, and then they get to take the product home with them. So I try to do that with as many products as possible. So that's kind of a nice little thing there. So our next tip is going to be tip number 5, and it's about taking an ethical approach to product sales. And my big thing is when I started, I got out of school about 20 years ago, and we didn't really talk a lot about retailing products in school. And if it was talked about, was it ethical? Should you even be doing that? You're just trained to do massage. Should we really be selling products? I don't think it's really talked about that much anymore. That it's not ethical. What's really important to do is to take that ethical approach. And again, is to look to be able to recommend and sell the products that are suitable for your clients. I think the most important tip we can talk about here is to work within your scope of practice. We've got people all over the U.S. and probably all over the world here today. So that's probably the key tip that I can give you is and work within your scope of practice, and not only your scope of practice, but the training that you have. People ask me all the time, like, even can we recommend even vitamins or herbs and stuff like that? And I think the answer is, one, is it within your scope of practice? Can you do that in your state? And two, do you have the training to do that? So I think that you really want to look for those products, and you don't ever want to be pushy in any situation, because that's that big thing is you have that power differential going on with your client. So that's where you want to make sure that you're recommending the right products. I think one of the things that I like to talk about when I get on the topic of ethics, and I know this is, focused on retailing today, but my big thing is I want you to be a good steward in business across the board. So that's going to be including, not overselling massage treatments, not overbilling, not recommending the products that the client doesn't need, that you're going to be a good business person, so you're going to be ethical across the board in your whole business. And I think that's the best approach, that we can recommend and that we can strive for, as practitioners and business owners. And the next tip we're going to is talking about the price of the product. So now we've decided we're going to sell a couple of products in our practice, and we've found products that we believe in, and so we've purchased those products. And what are we going to charge for those products? And first thing you want to look for, if you're looking for professional products and you've purchased them through distribution or at a show or something that you went to, is I think you can get recommendations on what is the fair recommended price of that. You want to look for products that you are able to do a markup on, because we do got to remember that again, we want to benefit the client, but we also want to benefit our bottom line. So we would like to be able to profit for selling these products. So that's something you want to look at when you make that decision of which products you want to cover. So if we go on to the next slide, we talk a little bit, an industry term for keystoning. This is my goal if I can carry products, is that I can keystone, which represents doubling the cost. So it represents 100% markup. So if I purchase something for $5, I want to be able to sell it for $10. And I'm not going to tell you you're always going to be able to do that. It depends on the products. It depends on the margin that you're able to do that, and even the value in your area. But this is definitely the goal, and this is what you would like to strive to be able to do when you're looking at pricing. My tip number 7 is purchase products from a distributor that will support you on marketing customer service issues. And again, you might be buying directly from a manufacturer, but usually, today you're going to be buying online or buying from a distributor. I recommend working through a distributor, and not just because of the many products that you can get out there, but part of it is my time is money also. So I want to look for some place that I can get all of my products at one place. And I know that they've gone out there and they build relationships with the manufacturer. So that's one of them that we have a great relationship with. And I know they've done a lot of stuff for the World Massage Conference, is Massage Warehouse. I have a lot of experience with them. They're very friendly, but there's many different distributors out there, and you want to look for things like, do they have a good return policy? What's their price policy, or do they have a price guarantee? If something is damaged in shipping, how quickly will they send something out, or what is their return policy? policy? Do they offer you any support? Is there free sampling? Do they support the industry? We talked about a lot of the sponsors here for this show, and they're big supporters of the massage profession. So I even look for that. I want to partner. I want to get a distributor that I can have a partnership with. I always kind of think of the retailing as a three-legged stool. And Melanie, I know you're out there. I was going to say bar stool, but we'll just say a stool, But and that becomes is I got to have the right products. I've got to have myself or the staff and my clinic, and then I need to have that partnership with a distributor. So if you look at that you need that partnership. So if you look out there to find the right place. Another thing I like it is they have a history of what I bought before. So if I need to get the products, or I'm just buying supplies, or I need to get some more lubricants in my practice, that they know what I purchased last time. And then, like I said, they're out there as my partner, knowing all the new products and stuff that are there. So that's my advice on working with a distributor and a manufacturer. Tip number 8 would be about making products visible and attractive. So you want to put products on display. You want to look at point of sale displays. I've got a couple examples we'll get to next. I got on here, do not place a product behind a receptionist's desk. And I mentioned that here because I go to a lot of places. I'll either be asked to come in as a consultant, or I'll be asked to come check out their retail area. And I went to one probably about 2 years ago, and they sell retail products. And all their products were locked up behind the desk. And they go, well, we're afraid that people might take them. And again, I think you have to at least be able to put some of them out so people know that you have those products for sale, and not just have them behind the desk. You want to identify your products with price tag and signage. Shelf talkers are nice. I was reading an article recently about the shelf talker. You don't want it to be too busy. You want to appeal to all the senses. So you want to make sure it's clean, it's not cluttered. We actually have like a plexiglass in all of our different areas and in the treatment room, so we can put once a month we'll put a different sign in there. So if we're featuring a product, or we usually have a treatment of the month where we bake a product in, so we can just put a flyer right in there. So that kind of gives us more display area. It's talked about, when you get the bottom shelf and the top shelf, is that really good for sales? I've seen a lot of creative people who use, they'll use buckets and baskets and stuff like that. That really depends how much room you have. I mean, as a massage therapist, it could be a one-room place. You could be working with one shelf to, a whole extra room, or a whole boutique that you're working with. So, you can really be creative with your displays and stuff like that. And I think it's really neat. Now, like I mentioned, that it's the holiday time of year. So one thing that we all do is just about everybody I know sells gift certificates. So this is a great time to do some really neat displays and bundle our gift certificates with different products that we sell. A lot of the products that we've talked about, even that are in Lynda's favorite pick, are great stocking stuffers, are great Christmas presents and holiday gifts and stuff like that. So this is a great time to take some of the holiday decoration and display it. So that's really kind of neat. One thing that I do is I do this more during the holidays. I have a lot of corporate accounts, so now I've taken a lot of the products that we do, and I'll make up holiday baskets. I actually, now that the corporate accounts will pre-order all of their baskets, and I theme those baskets. So I have a pain relief basket. So we have the different products that we sell for pain relief in there. I have a relaxation basket. I actually have a sports basket, so people that do sports. So again, if you're looking for different gifts, and I'll do those with gift certificates and even without. But even throughout the year, for the different times of year, if it's Valentine's Day or Mother's Day or Father's Day, we'll keep a couple of baskets, put together that we theme. So, I was actually talking to a friend of mine this week, and he's a massage therapist, and that's what he was saying. He goes, I just remember that you theme the baskets, so every time I have to put a basket together, I want it to be themed with the different products. And, one for relaxation, or we actually even added sleep this year because so many people aren't getting enough sleep. So the nice music and the nice aromatherapy and the nice products, the nice bath salts and stuff like out there. So, to encourage sleep. So that kind of gives you a few ideas that work. But again, if we go to the next slide, I was going to say again, if you look for a neat display, products like this that come with a point of purchase display. The one to the right is the BioFreeze starter kit. So right away you're going to get this preloaded with 12 products in it, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. I mean, I even have massage therapist friends that tell me how up north they work out of their home, and so they have the one area that they'll bring into the retail area. So they'll bring a couple of retail point of sales displays, and that's all they bring out. So when their clients are ready to check out, they know that they have these products. The other example I have here is from Core Products, and this is the Omni Roller. So you buy this, again, you're buying 12 products. It's all ready. It's all boxed up, and all you do is pop that up, and it comes with the brochures. So it's really neat that, look for stuff like this because it makes it real handy and real easy to display. So now we're on tip number 9, and we're offering samples to your clients. I really believe that if clients try and like the product will sell itself. So I very much believe in sampling. And so if you want to look for products that will give you, and the companies that will give you free samples. Some companies I actually, if I purchase so much of an order, then they'll give me the free samples. I have a few products like that I do. BioFreeze is just fabulous with their product education cards, because they'll actually customize those cards for you. So not only about sampling in your practice, we're so unique that we do so many events. We're doing sports massage and chair massage and just education to market our practice. We can then use the products that we sell to actually market our practice, and we're educating the consumer on the products that we sell. So I really look for a lot of partnerships and a lot of products that do that. So I think sampling is very important. And then I like to have samples, so even if you're purchasing something else, that I'll throw in a few of the other samples of other products that we have. So if you're not trying those products in a massage, that you're able to try them at home. So and this takes us to tip number 10. And that's to keep track of the sales and inventory. I didn't put a slide in today about the disadvantages of retailing. I just really kind of wanted to talk about the advantages. But to me, paperwork is just a disadvantage across the board in anything, in my opinion. But I think we have paperwork. You want to get the best system you can. You do need to keep track of what you sell. You need to keep track of the taxes. It depends. Your local sales tax is going to be state to state. I live in the state of Florida. We do have a sales tax. Because we're low volume on retailing, we just have to fill out a report once a year on the retail that we sell. We have to collect the sales tax, so we have to keep records of it. That makes it real convenient. I actually work through a CPA. He sends that report in for me once a year. And the other thing would be inventory, is to look for, when I started doing retail sales, we weren't computerized. Now, we have a program that we work with. Look for a program that works for you, that actually keeps track of the sales. I have found keeping track of what we sell to the type of client that we have is good for me to decide which products do I want to keep carrying. Or, I might have went to a show and they had a great marketing and I bought all these products, and then they just did not move because of my clientele. So I really use that inventory and the reports that I get to make that decision. So that's something to kind of look at. And again, there's just you would just really have to decide. There's many different types of software out there. The last slide here is about driving your own bus to create your profits. I actually do a lot of retailing talks with a wonderful lady named Cherie Solien-Wolfe with Solien-Wolfe and Associates, and we kind of came up with this bus. This is her over the passenger, and I'm driving the bus here, and it's about driving your own bus to increase your profits. So again, if you believe in the products that you use and sell, and you use them in treatment, the products that you sample and sell, and then you sample and sell the products that you use in treatment, it really, for massage therapists wanting to add retail sales, I really believe it's that simple. So again, that's your BUS. So if you look at driving your own bus to success there. And I'm a member of the iSpa Association, and the iSpa Foundation has put out a wonderful book. They put this out many years ago. So if you're looking for a great book on retailing, you could go to the iSpa Association website, and it's called Retail Management for Spas. It's the art and science of retail, and this talks about in depth more of the stuff that even having the retail, getting the right products in there, and bundling and packaging. So if you're looking for more information on retailing, I highly recommend this book. So now we're at the questions and answers.
Yes,
hey, Lynda.
We are, Lynda.
Hi.
I never had a chance to introduce my co-host, Melanie Hayden. Hi, Melanie.
Hey, Scott and Lynda. Wow, what a great presentation. We've been getting lots of interest in the chat room as well. So let's see. I know Scott might have some questions for you as well, but I'm just going to jump right in. And Lynda, you talked about baking it in. I absolutely love that phrase. So that's including the product in the treatment. If you're baking something in, for example, you're doing a BioFreeze protocol treatment and you want to include a tube or a spray can of BioFreeze or one of the roll-ons, would you charge the same price, like add on the same price as you would the actual product? So if the product you would normally sell for $20, you would add that on to the price of your regular massage, and then you would send them home with that product? Is that kind of how that works?
It really is, and it depends which product it is on how we've decided our pricing. Usually for bringing it in and carrying it, we're normally about $20 more with a product, and we might sell that product for about $15. So it might be a couple dollars more, because then we're actually applying it. It depends which of the product, but I can tell you on the I believe the BioFreeze product, we probably on the BioFreeze one, I want to say we just charge $10 more for that one. So it kind of depends, but it's close to that. It's not far from the actual cost that you're going to get it for.
Okay.
Because then what happens too is the benefit of that is I've used that product, I try that product, and I need to go rebuy that product. So I'm going to come back and see you for more.
Right. And so they can either decide once they've used all their product up, gee, I'm going to book that massage where the product was already included, or I'm just going to come back and I'm going to buy the product as a standalone.
And that's really a good point, because I have very smart clients, and that's where they'll actually come in and they come in. I have a couple clients that come in weekly, and then they'll come in and they'll go, oh, it's that time. I'm gonna actually book the massage where I get the BioFreeze or I get the foot balm. So again, that's how a lot of the consumers are looking at it.
Oh, so it actually might be a little bit beneficial to have a little bit of a break on it, let's say $5 off, where you include it in on the massage, so you kind of get them maybe coming back a little more.
Yeah, you might, and we actually feature, like I said, I'll feature a treatment every month, and it's usually a product that we bake in, because again, I want to feature that treatment that also includes a product to get them, one, it gets them educated on it, and then it keeps them, coming back for more.
Oh, that's a great idea, and then they're trying different products too.
Yes.
Love that idea. Lynda, can you share some of the resources that you would have? So if I wanted to include, I know you guys have created some really great protocols with a lot of your different products. Do you have resources for those, like videos or online demos or something that we could tap into?
Yeah, if you'll go to, and again, Melanie's referring to BioFreeze, because I work for Performance Health, the makers of BioFreeze. We actually have a treatment manual if you go to biofreeze.com. So I put a manual together of different ways to incorporate BioFreeze and ProSage treatments. And we do have a lot of the product videos and different ways of to use the products. So you can go
perfect.
to performancehealth.com and biofreeze.com. But the treatment manual has been very positive. And right away, this is no cost to you. You can download it, right from the site. But it also gives you some of the retailing tips, gives you some ideas on actually putting the treatments together, the products and treatment.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. That's such a great resource. We talked a little bit about holidays. You talked a little bit about holidays and special occasions. So you shared lots of different ideas about packaging. So packaging with therapies, so packaging the products with a gift certificate. It sounds like there's a whole bunch of different ways to do that. And or I guess how far in advance would you start to promote for a specific holiday? Obviously, we're coming into the sort of Christmas season now, and for Mother's Day or Father's Day, or like how far in advance do you start promoting that? Because I would think kind of the sooner the better.
Yeah, and I was going to say I probably don't do it nearly enough. I mean, for the holidays, it's always my rule of thumb. By Thanksgiving, everything's out. So I'm always starting to promote by Thanksgiving, for the holiday season, for the Christmas season. But we really try by, right after Easter, by April, we're working with for Mother's Day. And, you're wrapping up Mother's Day, and you're going into Father's Day. And to back up a little bit, if you ever go to the store in January and you thought you're going to get that, great deal on the Christmas product, and it's gone, and there's already Valentine's candy on the shelf. So it's that same thing. By January, we're trying to get the treatments. When we're creating our treatment, to promote once a month, to even, hey, what's that treatment going to be? By the 1st of February, it's going to be something that's going to, go into products for Valentine's Day, go into products for Mother's Day. Christmas is the one that you get more time and you get a lot of fun, and you can really take just the Christmas decorations that you're already doing, or stocking stuffers, or the cute little boxes, and create the products and stuff with that. So and again, I talked a little bit about gift certificates. To bundle the product with the gift certificate, because think about it, is we're not going to use our gift certificate right away. So, and this is that Lynda instant gratification that if it's a tube of BioFreeze, if it's some music, if it's bath salts, that I get something that I can use right away, and then I know I get to go in for a massage, because I'm never forgetting when I'm advocating and talking about retailing, I'm never forgetting I want you to come and get massage therapy too. I mean, that really is the backbone of our business, but what goes along with it.
That makes so much sense. I love the concept of doing your special, whatever you have that special that month, and linking it into whatever might be coming up. That's really brilliant. And if we take our cue from Costco, I think we start promoting Christmas in about July. I think that's when I saw Christmas stuff there. So, like some of the retailers are really starting to get way in advance. But at least we can, we have some cues to take there.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I would say here it's more the minute Halloween's become such a big holiday. I mean, I was seeing some of the numbers on that. So I think the day after Halloween, the candy's 75% off, and it's all about Christmas.
Right. I wonder, what can we do for Halloween? What can we do to promote Halloween?
Well, actually, so you should ask. It's not only Halloween, but it's the Thanksgiving time, and we carry a product that is pumpkin. So that is usually it's pumpkin. It's a pumpkin scent. It's a pumpkin scrub. So that's usually comes out. It's more like our October, November, treatments. And so usually more even about Thanksgiving. So it takes you from Halloween through Thanksgiving is normally something to do with our pumpkin products.
Oh, clever. So you could use something like lavender as the spring is coming up or something like that.
Absolutely, and the lavender flowers and I was going to say pumpkin time. I was going to say the fall. We actually have the pumpkins in there. So you can buy the cute little pumpkins and stuff like that too. So it goes along. So November is still a little bit of Thanksgiving stuff in there, especially here in the U.S.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. Love those ideas. So, Lynda, as far as we have people in all kinds of different practices. So, if you're a therapist that's, let's say you maybe have a very small clinic, maybe there's you and another therapist, or even if you're in a clinic alone, what would you suggest for people who just want to start getting into retailing? Sort of what type of investment they should make to just start out, because you want to have enough product that you demonstrate that, hey, you're starting to do some retail and that you're going to be a reliable source of that product, because you don't want to get people buying the product and then you don't have it in when they want it again. So what's kind of a good balance between, investing, a lot of money in buying products and having enough product on hand so that you can start getting used to doing some retailing?
Well, I like to go to the conventions. I think I just go because I like to go. I mean, every type of convention, the spa conventions, the massage conventions, and especially when you go in that October, they're ready for you. They're getting ready for that holiday time. But I like to, if I'm trying out products that I don't really know that well, I like to be able to buy 12 of something. And not every massage therapist that just is in one room or something like that's going to be able to do that. Like, the BioFreeze has the starter kit. So you're able to, it has 12 in there. If you really like it, you can keep reloading it. You get patient brochures with that. So 12 is really probably my magic number. But if you go where I talked a little bit about displays and stuff like that, you want to always probably have 3 products on hand. And, I've read tons and tons of books and articles and stuff, and but if there's only one there, does that mean, oh my gosh, I should buy it? Or does, if there's only one there, mean you're discontinuing that? Oh my gosh, that's been on that shelf for 3 years. I don't want that last one. So with that in mind, I always try to make sure I have 3 of whatever the product is stocked on the shelf. So, and whichever way you want to think and believe, I think 3 is a magic number. So if you're going to just even start out, you should try to keep in mind to be able to buy 3 products. But a lot of times there's that price break if you're buying 6 or you're buying 12. And that's what you're going to see, in more of the people who are actually selling the products, for you to retail the products.
Great idea. So you can find just a little bit more than 3, like you said, is a really good way to start. But if you can get a little bit better deal, then you might as well get a few more.
Yeah, and if you're so small, you're working in a group practice, there's a couple of you, and maybe that's what you do too. And you're independent practitioners, you get together and you purchase together. Hey, I'm ordering now. Do you want some of those too? But like I said, I really, you want to not just buy one of each and just have one and expect, that one gets sold. Let me order more. So if you're really going to make that investment, you're going to want to make that investment for at least 3. But I'm gonna believe that you're going to do 12.
Great. Well, and that's part of it too, right? You're confident in your product because you're using it in your practice and you're seeing the results with your clients and your patients.
And that's what you're going to do once you know that, oh my gosh, that flies off the shelf and this is the time of year, or, it's the summertime, you're outdoors more, so more the pain management side is at the BioFreeze, that's when you stock up and you know what you want, because and some of these products really can be seasonal.
And Lynda, what about international folks? We've got a big international audience. Is there a place where they can order that in different countries? Like we have, for example, a gal from the Czech Republic. Is she able to get that, or does it depend on the country?
It really depends on the country. I've been getting a lot of international questions. I think it all started last week, so I'm trying to even educate myself more. I think you want to. It really depends on the country, and you sure could find a distributor. I know even more distribution is doing international distribution. And it would depend on the product too of what they're looking for.
Okay, so would they find that information on performancehealth.com or? Like
Oh, so
okay.
So yeah, I'm not actually seeing the question. Yeah, that would be they could actually just inquire about that country if they could get that product in their country. They can even actually at the end too. I'll even have my email here. They can actually email me personally.
Oh, fabulous. Okay. What I was just going to say, some of that you were talking about packaging earlier, and I find that the dollar store has great like little boxes and little gift bags and stuff that you could really do some cool stuff with for not a whole lot of money. And, I guess you could make up would you recommend making some gift baskets up and then just maybe saying a little note of, here's some that you are already pre-made, but we could also customize it for you?
Absolutely, and that's what you got to decide if you want. I went to a place the other day and I bought a couple of products and they packaged it right there for me. They go, do you want to see the product or do you want it in a bag? They have the tissue paper. I actually buy a lot of stuff at the dollar store now. My secret's out. But even bags, because I'll go to an event and I'll want to have 25 bags or something, and you can buy the little bags. You can get maybe 4 for $1. And during the holidays, they do the really cute stocking stuff, the little stockings. So if you're doing a tube of something right there, you get the stocking with it. So then you can go put that on the tree or go give that. So I actually, when you buy the product, you get to take the stocking with you. So I just don't use it as a display, So, but yeah, and baskets. You get a lot of baskets. I'm actually looking at one that has hearts all over it right now because I bought like 50 of them during Valentine's Day. And so all the products for you to come in, we had baskets all made up. So because we sell a lot of gift certificates during Valentine's Day, so we have those baskets made up. And remember, they're theming it. You go in the dollar store, you're going to get, St. Patrick's Day, you're going to get Christmas stuff, for that time of year. So that's actually a really good thing to be thinking about if it's bags or baskets, to be able to do your packaging.
Oh, great idea. I was just thinking St. Patty's Day, the green BioFreeze. You could wear that if you're looking for something green to wear on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if anybody is my friend on Facebook, but during Halloween I was giving green hair, and they put a BioFreeze box on top of it. So when you came trick-or-treating at my house, I had green light-up hair with a box of BioFreeze on top of my head.
And do you give out BioFreeze samples for Halloween?
No, I do not. Well, maybe at the office, but I was thinking more at home. I give out BioFreeze samples. The answer should be I give out BioFreeze samples everywhere.
Excellent. Okay,
You're going to get the giggle.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I think if anybody's listening who wants to, really learn more about Lynda's creative ways of BioFreeze, definitely find her on Facebook. And I know that Scott has some questions for you as well, so I'm going to welcome Scott back in.
And my Facebook is simply Lynda Solien-Wolfe. So if you're out there and you want to be my friend on Facebook, today's your offer. I'll accept anybody today.
Well, I have some great questions from everybody in the chat room. First question comes from Amy Thomas. When you put baskets together, Lynda, would it be appropriate to include things like herbal teas, or do you consider that out of our scope of practice?
I do not consider that out of our scope of practice. So I would definitely, I might put cookies and teas and stuff together. Again, you go look at the store during the holidays, and they'll have food and teas and stuff like that. So I think that's a great idea.
Our friend Maria Anna asked, of course, she's in the Czech Republic, and she's starting a practice, and she asked, Scott, ask Lynda, as a new therapist, what is your number one tip or advice to follow for you either completely, I'm just reading her sentence, I apologize, completely for new therapists or someone who has never been selling before. So do you have that beginning tip for a new therapist or experienced therapist that has never sold a product before?
Well, one of the things I didn't talk about today was, and that is, you don't need more than one or two products. So the first thing is you don't have to have 20 products. You don't have to have tons of inventory. So I'm going to go back to BUS. I'm going to go back to you find those products that you're already using and as a therapist that you are inspired and believe in. So if you believe in them, you use them, you can sell them. And just keep in mind that if you have one or two, I started with believing in two core products, and one of them was BioFreeze. That's how I've had a long-standing relationship with them for all these years. So again, think about the products that you know work, and that's going to be the natural ones that you should start out working with.
Hi, Lynda. Our next question comes from Manny. He does a lot of deep tissue and sports massage. Do you have any idea how to start directing these types of product sales, or to this audience?
I really think that this. I'm kind of giggling because I'm going to say, BioFreeze for sure. I mean, again, the pain management aspect of it, how many people have the aches and pains, or if you're doing different deeper work, BioFreeze is a fabulous product. I like bath salts too. There's different herbal baths and stuff that I use that I love to give to my clients to recommend to go soak with. So I still think the pain management side of it would be the perfect products to start with.
I love, do you sell a lot of TheraBand? I love the TheraBand. We've always used it in our clinics for doing rehab and used it with athletes. It's so easy for them just to grab a yard and take it with them. And I was looking at that sports roller. I remember watching Teresa Matthews use it and how effectively she was using it at some of the athletes that were in the community room.
The athletes are loving the roller massager. And I told you I'm working on a treatment, one of our bake-in treatments right now, that again, to use the roller massager in treatment, we're using tools all the time, and then I'm factoring that in, that they're getting that product, and I can tell Melanie they're probably not going to come in once a month to get the roller massager each time. So again, but I want them to have that. So we're working on that, and that's a TheraBand product. So again, the athletes at these marathons, they're buying tons of them. They're loving it. It's a great self-massage tool, but it's also great for us to use as a tool on our clients. And I actually do sell more of the TheraBands that are individually packaged, and then I do some of the hand exercisers and the hand trainers, because we get a lot of people that come in with repetitive injuries now. And I mean, now it's not just the computer. Was it one of the publications just had that? It's not just BlackBerry thumb or iPhone thumb. It's tablet thumb, tablet wrist. We're on a device all the time now. So hand products are very popular. So I keep those on hand, and that's another one. If you're working on people with the hand, any hand issues, you sure could make a treatment up about that. I'm really I like to create signature treatments and treatments that complement our therapy work and complement products that we want to sell, because it's not just our bottom line, but it's products you're going to have at home. Now that I'm just talking to you, I'm sitting there playing with my hand exerciser ball.
I was thinking, Lynda, that I think the idea, or your earlier slides, it's just absolutely brilliant how you've gone through this process, thought through this process. You have so much experience in this area that it's just essential to make this product part of your treatment. It just makes so much sense to the therapist. You're relieving your clients whatever issue that they came in with. You're using that modality as part of the treatment, and they're feeling better. So it just makes sense for them to continue on and take that product home with them. So hats off to you, Lynda.
Oh, thank you very much. No, I think it really complements the process.
I have another question from Amy Thomas, and she said she's considered keeping tennis balls. Do you have a massage product that does the same thing, or should I keep them in stock? And it kind of makes me think about something that you addressed earlier, is that, if you're going to sell a product, sell something that is only available for healthcare professionals. Do you agree?
I do agree. I mean, you sure could show them. I went to a class right before Christmas. I went out to Rancho La Porta out in Tecate, Mexico, and one of their classes was a class on how to use tennis balls for self-massage, and we laid there for an hour and learned how to use them. So unless you were going to create that, or you had the package where you wanted to put them in that sock or tie them together, and maybe it was something that had your name on it or something, or some material or something like that. I've noticed that, so I've not tried this, but I'm into using golf balls sometimes. So I actually just did a consulting job for somebody, and we put their logo on the golf balls. So they're selling a sleeve of the golf balls with their therapy center on there. But there was a product that I saw, is it the golf ball caddy or something? That's the product I haven't used yet. So you're doing a golf ball massage, but it's a professional holder that they sell, and then you can retail that holder for the client. So it's really neat how you can take some of these products. Like, I love the foot roller. The foot roller is really inspired by, a lot of people will freeze a water bottle, but the water bottle gets drippy and messy, where I can just take the foot roller and I can stick it in the freezer and use the foot roller. So a lot of these products are inspired from some of if it's the tennis ball, the golf ball, so keep that in mind. But I love the idea of customizing a sleeve of golf balls. So you're going to walk in and go, why am I selling golf balls?
That is an interesting idea. So many people, including Tina Yan, who's in our chat room, they just love the idea of baking in, of how you're putting that all together, Lynda. So the feedback has absolutely been fantastic on your presentation. I was just going to turn it back over to Mel. Mel, do you have any further questions for Lynda? I think I muted Mel.
Hello.
Hi. There she is.
Yes, I was on mute. No, you know what? I don't think I have any further questions for you, Lynda, but I just want to, really say thank you for, all that you do for our profession. You've certainly, I think I've known you for about 11 or 12 years now, and, I see you tirelessly running around literally the globe, promoting the profession and promoting the products, because they are really amazing products. I started using them, I think, pretty much right after we met. And just want to really, really appreciate you taking the time today. Want to really appreciate BioFreeze for all they do for the profession, and Performance Health for everything that they do for the profession, and again, have been doing for a long time. So really, really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate it, and like I said, it's been just it's a great industry. It's a great profession. BioFreeze believes in it. We want to also create products and create marketing support, so not only you can be successful too. So I think that it's been a really nice win-win. Like I said, I've been using BioFreeze way back before I was ever working for them, and I know it's a product that really works. And just the advice on retailing is there's many products out there. Is again, look for the products that you really like. But also, I love to get out there and go to the stores and remember that, see what people are doing. They spend a lot of money on merchandising, so see what works and take just a little piece of that, a little nugget back, to work in your own practice.
Excellent. Lynda, thank you so much. I think everybody that joined us today just realized how much of a leader, innovator, and certainly a mentor you are. You've been a mentor to me and so many other people, and certainly Melanie and Eric, and we greatly appreciate your support. And just like to thank you so much for this outstanding presentation. But is there anything else you'd like to add?
You know, the only thing I wanted to add is I don't think I put that on my last slide. Is I have one other. I have a Facebook page with Charisse OMO, and it's called Business Mastery. No, it's called Retail Mastery. She's Business Mastery. It's called Retail Mastery, and we're just working on having a retail community where you can post any ideas on retail, and other people do that, and we post some things there. So if you are more interested on the retail side of things, come like our Facebook page called Retail Mastery.
Well, that's a great idea, and I'll make sure that I share that page with our Facebook friends and our people that are in chat in a little bit. I can only push so many buttons at one time, Lynda. Thank you again for your wonderful presentation. Once again, I'd like to take the time to thank our sponsors who help make the World Massage Conference the most affordable and accessible continuing education opportunity for massage and bodywork practitioners around the globe. Thank you to our global sponsor, Massage Envy. Like you, Massage Envy is out to make a positive difference in people's lives. Visit MassageEnvyCareers.com or like Massage Envy Careers on Facebook to learn more. It could be the best career you ever make. Thank you to our education partner, Associated Bodywork and Massage Professionals, serving the massage and bodywork community through practice support, ethical standards, legislative advocacy, and public education. ABMP works for you. Visit them at abmp.com. And thank you to our daily sponsors, BioFreeze, Massage and Bodywork Magazine, Massage Today, Bone Patel, and the National Certification Board for Therapeutic Massage and Bodywork. On behalf of my World Massage Conference team, I'd like to thank Melanie Hayden, Eric Brown, Marla Gold for all their hard work, and wishing everyone a great day.